Hello, guys. So, welcome back to the live session. As you can see, today is slightly, yeah, I'm not stuck in the home and I'm outside. So, obviously, as accustomed to the live session over the weekend. So, I thought, yeah, give you a few minutes here. And we're going to carry on, yeah, with the normal sort of, yeah, Sunday session, question answer session. You can send me your questions in the live chat if I can open the live chat. I'm sure, yeah. If you send your questions there, we can talk about yes, life in the UK general, and if anything, particularly about specific to anything relating to study in the UK, civil engineering in the UK. So we can discuss that as well. But I said, I mean, it all depends, how long this is going to last my mobile battery because I'm outside, as I said, and obviously it's a weekend, it's a family day, but obviously generally the live session, I'll miss that opportunity this morning. So I thought, give you a few minutes and see if anyone joining here so we can have a quick discussion as well. And it's just to give you a quick around as well, actually. So this is how the environment here looks like basically on the weekend here, especially on Sunday. It's not busy at all. Most of the people and actually the general people, they stay indoor, and the main reason being, obviously it's a Monday, is the starting sort of day of the week, and that's where they want to relax on Sundays. As you can see, that there's not much people around here, and the reason I'm here is because it's a family day, it's a kids day, and it's just a warning for all the bachelors as well. So you need to move around your day around your kids if you have the kids, and that's what happens actually. So I'm just, if you got any questions about civil engineering, we still going to carry on with the same sort of theme, civil engineering, study in the UK, and anything else you want to talk about. So do raise the questions here, and I will share the kids back here as well. That's where I am actually with the kids. I said, but I can deal with your queries the least. I should say. So do throw your questions here, and in fact, I would just add here. There's lots of private messages I receive on my WhatsApp. Just to give you basically, just to warn you, I don't respond actually to individual messages. If you got any questions, you need to ensure you join the WhatsApp groups, and generally I add the links into my videos in the descriptions, so you can add those groups, and generally you will receive the answers quite quickly there as well. And that is the general sort of way I deal with the queries. Also, there's lots of requests about sending me the CVs. I appreciate you sort of you actually you choose me as your mentor. I really appreciate your involvement with this channel. But unfortunately, I can't provide you the jobs. Obviously, this is the way I'm dealing, and the way I'm trying to help you, to gauge you, is just to give you the right direction, how you can find the jobs here. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to provide you the jobs personally. Obviously, wherever I can have any references, anything which is within my limits, within my reach, I will do that, of course, where I can. But obviously, I can't recruit, or because I'm not in that position that I can recruit anyone. So if that's something you wanna basically avoid actually sending me your CVs. Obviously, if I need it, or if there's any recruitment, if there's any jobs, generally I do add sort of the videos about it. You can review those videos and have a look there. If you got stuck within the application process, anything along the route, certainly I can help with those sort of queries there. But as said, I mean, in fact, if you ask me to basically give you the job, in fact, I'm not in a position where I can give you the jobs. In fact, actually, I do need a job as well. Actually, I'm dependent on others as well. So that's why I'm not in that sort of fair position. But as said, do raise your questions here. I will see if I can. I'm not sure. It's the first time actually I'm trying on my mobile, so I'm not sure whether it's going to work. But please guys, I mean, if you got any question, do try them in the chat and to see if I receive any sort of questions there. Also, I wonder whether you can just confirm whether you're receiving my voice as well. Not sure if I'm just talking to myself, but yeah, please do involve here. As said, I mean, I'm not sure how long my the battery, the mobile battery is going to last. I'm not sure, so we'll catch up until it's just right. Okay, so there is a questions here. Let's see. Actually, it's gone now. I don't know. I'm still struggling with the IT. I'm really bad, and I won't ask anybody to basically said I'm struggling with the IT. So I don't know where the chat is gone. Super chat. Is it super chat? No, this is live chat. Okay, there is a question from Rishikesh. Sir, I'm confused about placement year, MSc Construction Project Management. I don't know what Rishikesh the confusion is about. Obviously, if you have chosen that course about the placement, it's your responsibility to find your placement. I mean, generally, the university do basically say that they're going to help you, but trust me, it's completely up to yourself how you manage your placement. Obviously, I mean, if you're struggling, you can't find the placement. In that case, you can reduce your sort of course duration, and you have to change your visa. I mean, that is the normal process. And then basically, without placements, you can complete your course and will be eligible for the PSW. But I generally say in my videos that I don't encourage, especially the MSc students, for placement, because it's the same reason being you have to struggle similarly as if you were going for your first job basically, and that's the reason why I discourage people, I mean, to go for placement in an MSc rather than after completion of 1 year MSc you can go straight into the graduate jobs. I mean, that would be ideal, so you can go permanently there rather than finding 1 year placement. So that is the reason why I discourage people. uh, Right. Okay. Next question is which course is better for civil engineering? Really sort of a generic question, brother. I say civil engineering, which is basically the core subject. Like, I mean, you can go several sort of their disciplines, their different sort of core subjects, the generic subjects. You can choose either of them. I generally say it's overall, yeah, civil engineering is in really in high demand. So obviously, if you are struggling to choose or go into the core subjects like structure engineering, environmental, water, transportation, these are like the core subjects, like specific specialty. If you're struggling to choose, basically, if you can't figure out which one is your favorite, and you can't figure out whether that's something you can see yourself in the future, I would say the best thing would be to go for MSc in civil engineering, and that is like a generic sort of MSc. And from there you can go in either direction actually. So you can go into the technical side, the management side, or even environmental side. I mean, if that's how you perceived your future. But obviously, if you know about your core subjects, you are interested. So for instance, technically you are interested, sort of like structure engineering. So obviously that would be the obvious choice. But otherwise, I mean, if you can't figure out, I would say go with the MSc in MSc in civil engineering, and I'm sure that's gonna be the best choice for yourself. In terms of job opportunities, I always say it's always good in terms of opportunities around. Obviously, you need to find out the tips and tricks basically how to find a job. But otherwise, it's they are all in high demands. Yeah, all the civil engineering courses. Let's see what's the next question from Rishikesh. I'm confused about London and Edinburgh. I got offer from Harriet Wood University and Kingston University. Again, about the universities, about the courses, these are really sort of generic questions. It all depends basically what they offer in your courses. I generally say look at their modules. I mean, even if both university will offer you and will give you the same degree, so it all depends what they're going to offer within the modules. So as long you are happy with one of the university, I mean, their modules, what you are interested in, that's all matters. It doesn't matter whether yeah you live in London or Edinburgh. End of the day, you need to get the degree and then finding a job basically after completion of your degree. That's all the ultimate goal is, and that's all it matters. So I would say yeah, look at the modules. In terms of opportunity, obviously London is the hub for sure. Yeah, you will find it easy to find a job in London. Obviously, throughout the UK, and in fact, yeah, in the whole world. If you compare London with rest of the world, I mean, one of the best city. I would say one of the hustle bustle and the lively city there. But obviously, it does cost you a lot of money as well, especially your living expenses, and that's good. You need to account for all these. I won't say Edinburgh is cheap at all. Edinburgh is, of course, yeah, the capital of Scotland. So that's going to cost you a lot as well. But it all comes to the same point, basically, what your interest is. Basically, if you're interested in something that's offered by Harriet Wood University, I would just go by that rather than choosing the different cities or different environment. So just have a look at the universe at the modules, basically what you're going to get, what you're going to be offered by the university, so go with that one. Next question is from Rohit. So from Mumbai, following your channel is very useful content structure engineers to get a job in the please share. I lost again top chat. Please share, keep sharing such information. Thank you very much, Rohit. This is all for your SaaS, obviously. I'm going through the processes, yeah, how I manage actually from student life to all the way like kids now here, as you can see. So it's that's why the future is going to be similar. It doesn't matter where you are, basically. You have end of the day, you're going to play with your kids. I mean, that's all it matters. So it's the Sunday today, so it's mostly the family sort of day, and unfortunately I couldn't manage yeah within my, and I'm happy actually just to share this outside world as well. And generally I would stuck in the room basically to go through your question answers, but do let me know. Actually, this is what we generally do on a day-to-day basis actually with the kids. And in fact, I would say for all the bachelors out there, actually this is your future. Actually, you will play around your kids. Actually, that's how you will play your day around your kids. And that's how it works. Actually, it doesn't matter what position, what position you are in, basically what sort of a level you go to, still your life is gonna move around with your kids, and that is the future. And do I said, I mean, I got a limited sort of yeah charge left on my mobile as well, so I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. But do throw your messages, your questions. So the more the question, the better, so I can answer them straight away. I said, do send me your questions here in the live chat. I'm trying to answer as many as possible. I said, I mean, this is just the norm Sunday life in the UK, especially for the families. Obviously bachelors, I'm no longer bachelor. I mean, that's a different sort of yeah setup. But with when you got a kids, when you got a family, I said, I mean, this is how you play around. Actually, all your work the day, actually that moves around your family, your kids, and whatever they want, you have to follow them. I mean, simple as that. So you become as if yeah like yeah the servant of your kids actually. I said, I mean, it doesn't matter what level you go within your job or your sort of yeah designation. It doesn't matter at all. So end of the day, this is all you're gonna end up with. Whatever they want, the kids are. So you need to move around with them. But obviously, that is the life. And in fact, yeah, that's what everyone trying to achieve as well, I should say. And of the project management is really a generic. So project managers can in any field, but obviously I'm not going to go to field like, I mean, you could be in medical, you could be in IT. I mean, all the project managers can be in any field. What I'm keen, I mean, to just discuss about is the construction project management, which is more relevant to civil engineering. So in terms of, if I just say about the civil engineering, if that is your aim basically, I would say yes, be specific about your target. So that would be, if you already done like civil engineering background, you have that. So I would say go with the civil engineering, the construction project management rather than project management, unless you are interested to go in the project management. I mean, that is the true sort of, yeah, I should say, the answers. Because the reason I'm saying that, the project managers, I mean, they are like only management sort of side, so they don't cover most of the technical stuff basically. So they are more relevant to the management. Like even within, so for instance, if I say, if there is a project, the project management will be involved with the commercial side, with the bidding, with the, obviously with the all the design stuff. Like, I mean, management, how to deliver the design. I mean, that will be their responsibility. But as a construction project management manager, you will be involved with the construction activities on a day-to-day basis, basically. So whatever going on site, that's what you need to handle it. So it's more directly relating to civil engineering. But I said a project manager can be in any field around like that. That can be IT managers, that can be medical officer managers. So that can be in any field as well. So I would say it depends which one is your interest. Go with that. In terms of sponsorship, there's no limitation at all that it's such and such sort of, yeah, fields that have more sponsorship than the others. It all depends how you're going to grab the opportunity, if I'm honest. And all you need is a bit of sort of, yeah, the guidance basically, how to aware and how to use to the system basically to grab that opportunity within the UK. So I hope this helps. It's not straightforward, unfortunately, answers, but actually that is the fact I'm sharing, if I'm honest. Otherwise I could say like, I mean, go for project managers, but obviously I don't want to give you a wrong impression. And yeah, if you choose something it doesn't work that way, obviously I don't want to misguide you. So but this is the true sort of reflection of what I'm trying to convey. But I hope this helps, brothers. And I said, I mean, my sort of, yeah, this is gonna die in anytime soon, actually, my videos, my sort of, yeah, battery. So the next question is from Hardy: UK or New Zealand, which is the best for civil engineering study and jobs? Well, Hardy, if I'm honest, I can only talk from UK perspective. In fact, yeah, I would say New Zealand is booming as well from civil engineering job prosperity as well. Actually, I should say that, but obviously I have no experience not been there either. But I've seen actually majority of the companies actually they operate here in the UK. They do exist actually in the New Zealand as well, and I can see the opportunities around actually in the New Zealand as well. But obviously it's a different lifestyle, it's a different culture, it's a different sort of, yeah, part of the world. It all depends whether yeah, if you are happy to go there. I won't say, I mean, wherever you end up, I mean, you're gonna struggle. Initial sort of struggle will be there for sure. I mean, it's no easy life. I mean, when you leave your comfort zone and go to somewhere else, and yeah, basically complete a different world. So obviously it's not easy initially. It doesn't matter where you end up, but obviously it takes time to settle in. So it all depends. I mean, if you're interested in New Zealand, I would say just plan accordingly from very sort of your onset. You need to be prepared mentally that you will struggle initial sort of stages. And obviously if you go through that initial sort of phase, the actually the life would become quite easily, and I'm sure will be quite a happy ending there. But I'm not sure in terms of whether, yeah, which one should I say the better, because I can only talk from UK perspective, unfortunately. Okay, the next question is: starting 25K annual salary, how much we get after post tax, and is it enough for making a living in the UK? Very good question, Hardy. I would say if you got a family, for instance, I mean, like if you got your wife and maybe your kid, and you live independent, like, I mean, a separate home, or yes, for instance, I would say in a sort of, yeah, the apartment there, it will be just the end meets. I must add that, yeah, it will be just the end meets, and after tax, because there's a 20% tax you have to pay. There's a 9% insurance, national insurance as well you have to pay. So literally it's about in fact, yeah, 22% tax, 9% insurance, so 33% straight away you going into the tax and basically other stuff. You only left with basically the 67% yeah left in 25K per year. So you can work hard yourself. I mean, you're a mathematician. But I would say, yeah, at end of the day, you would have no luxury at all. Obviously, it will be a simple life at the initial stages. As I always says, it's not a good salary actually for civil engineers initially, but obviously there is a working around. I mean, when you got experience later on in the day, you can transfer it to other sort of resources, like I mean going to the contracting side, and you can, and obviously when you got more experience, obviously you got more experience, you can choose your future accordingly, and you can earn a good life, I mean, after that. But initially I would say there will be a struggle for sure, yeah, in that sense. But obviously I survive. I'm not gonna scare you. I survive, yeah, throughout the years, and Alhamdulillah, yeah, I got kids now with the family here, so I'm pretty happy with my struggle, initial struggle, and now I'm quite happy where I am actually, where I ended up now. So I'm sure if I can do it, anyone else can do it as well. Next question is from Sanjay. Do university ranking matters and the job prospect? Do university ranking matters and the job prospects dependent on the university? Not at all, Sanjay. It doesn't matter at all. University doesn't matter at all. I should clarify actually, for especially for the international students. I mean, the sole reason actually you've been asked to do your master's or your degree from the UK as well, is just to make you eligible to apply for the jobs. So that is the sole reason actually. Otherwise even the degrees, most of the time, is not required at all. So obviously once you've done the degree here, you change your degree to PSW, and that's where you become eligible to apply for the jobs. I mean, that is the sole reason. Otherwise, yeah, it's not a requirement, I should say. Most of the time it's not a required at all. But it doesn't matter, ranking doesn't matter, the university doesn't matter. I should say, yeah, I would just clearly, explicitly say this as well. Like, I mean, I did my master's here, but I never been asked in any of the interview. In fact, yeah, where did I masters from? What did I do in masters from? Basically, so it doesn't matter at all. So that's where I generally say, look at your interest, what your interest is, what the university can provide you. I mean, if that's the best value for your money, so go for that one. So that simple is that. I hope this helps. uh let's see another question. Don't get me wrong, but New Zealand entry level salary for civil engineers around 50K to 60K pre-tax. 50K yeah. So brother, if you compare pound to New Zealand dollar, so that's pretty much 25K pound. So it's not huge difference, I should say. It's pretty much the same. Initial will be exactly the same. Once there might be slightly different, but obviously you need to consider actually the standard of life as well. There'll be a lot more sort of expenses there in the New Zealand. In fact, I know Australia, which is pretty much the same as a New Zealand, I should say. And that would be pretty much, yeah, the same. Well, if you get slightly more salary, in fact you have to spend more as well on accommodation, and also the other expenses as well. So end of the day, you're gonna end up pretty much the same. In fact, yeah, you can just figure out yourself basically what you are happy with. But in terms of, yeah, 50 60K you Australian or New Zealand dollar, it works out pretty much, yeah, basically it's half of the pound actually. So 25K, you're gonna end up 25K pound. I don't see it's a huge difference, but I would say concentrate on your future, where you can spend your rest of the life, rather than, yeah, just comparing the initial sort of, yeah, basically how much you're gonna get initially. If I'm honest, end of the day, you need to spend the life there. If you're happy with that, I'm sure, yeah, money can be earned later on as well. So it doesn't matter, yeah, too much, to me, the least, I should say. uh, your comment is amazing and very informative. Thank you, Sanjay. Right, guys, it looks like, yeah, the my I said, I mean, I'm on my mobile, so the battery is dying now. Thanks, brother. Um, live chat. Thanks, brother. I'm eligible for New Zealand and UK, both countries university, so I'm planning and decline and deciding. So no, no, absolutely, brother. This is your future. That's what I'm saying. You need to be really, really cautious at this stage, because once you've been to a country, then you have to spend the rest of your life. I mean, that's what happened. And in fact, yeah, if I say, yeah, initially when I came to the UK, obviously I came to the UK by choice. I did compare at the time, basically, Australia and UK at the time. And for me, yeah, the sole reason was because it was near to Pakistan, and I could go back and forth quite easily rather than, yeah, from Australia. That was the sole driver for me, if I'm honest. But obviously, it all depends on your circumstances, how you play around it. But obviously, well, I came to the UK, I can't even now want to go anywhere else, because I knew this is my life now for rest of my life. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you are still, yeah, at that sort of phase. Make sure you make the right decision. You make the right decision. That's all it matters, basically, end of the day. And what it matters, basically, if you are happy with that sort of end of the day as well. Like, I mean, if I say for myself, I'm in the UK. I got my family here in the UK, and I'm quite happy with the what's going on actually currently with my life here in the UK with my kids. So I'm quite happy with all the struggle. Obviously, initially I've gone through, so I'm quite happy with all those sort of stuff. So that's ultimately that should be the goal. I mean, where you can spend rest of your life, basically. So do take time. Basically, don't just go by, yeah, whatever others say. Like, I mean, this is a good country, go with that one, or this is the better subject, choose that one. Do your research. I always say, do your research. It's your life. Obviously, you will find, yeah, lots of people around, and they will misguide you. I mean, obviously, if you compare too many there, you will be misguided as well. And that's what I don't want you, end of the day. All right. So that's what we don't want you to misguide you. Obviously, I do encourage, do your research. I mean, that is vital. Do your research. It's always good, yeah, to ask the question, yeah, from different people. But end of the day is your decision, and that's because that's your future. You should make it the right and the final decision. Next question: if study in New Zealand after that, will I be eligible to getting job in the UK? Brother, don't make it too complicated. If you study in somewhere else and want to change straight away there with no experience from that country, it will make your life harder. Trust me, because you will be in the position, like, I mean, you study, you get used to the environment somewhere in different country, and you want to change straight over there, and it will take you time. Basically, if you move from there to the next country, it will take time there as well to settle in. So you are wasting your time. In fact, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So make sure you make a decision that is good for yourself. So I won't encourage, I mean, especially if you are going for study somewhere, and then, yeah, think about, okay, I'm going to study there, and the next year I'm going to move to this country for jobs. That is not, from my end, the least I would say, is not ideal, because it takes time, yeah, to settle in a new country. So you will waste your time. So in fact, if you're coming to the UK, you study here, so within a year or so within your study life, you're going to use to the system, and then you can apply for the jobs. I mean, that would be the ideal, and that would be the case with any country as well. If you're studying in New Zealand, you within a year you're going to use to the system, how to apply for the job, how to find the jobs. I mean, all these, it does matter actually to finding a job. I mean, how the system works, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So make sure you make the right decision at the very onset. So the next question is, this is regarding PSW. Sanjay, um, if I do my placement here, will I get 2 years PSW? Sanjay, in terms of PSW, all it needs is your completion of the course. So it doesn't matter whether you go placement or no placement, or whether you go the like a 1 year sort of MSc or 2 years MSc. It doesn't matter at all. As long you complete your degree as per your case letter, that will make you eligible for 2 years PSW. Simple as that. Right. The next question is from Avinash, can you prepare a list of sponsored visa jobs for civil engineers? Brother, I do generally upload, well, wherever I found actually, there is basically available jobs, especially for the graduates, for the youngster freshers. In fact, yeah, I did upload one for recently. It was yesterday or the day before. Do check that as well. There's lots of opportunities available, and in fact, yeah, AECOM is one of the sponsored sort of employer as well for civil engineers. So you can check that video as well, and I'm sure you will find, yeah, your relevant job there as well. But whenever I found actually relevant jobs there, I do share that within my YouTube videos as well. So make sure you subscribe to my channel as well to make sure you receive, yeah, these such videos as well in the future. Next question is from Hardy. Okay, thank you, brother. Ahmad Afzal, while studying there, can we get internship at there? You can get internship, but as said, I mean, the university generally they do say that they're gonna help you, but trust me, it will be an end of the day, it will be your responsibility to find your jobs. So yeah, sometimes, yeah, the people do struggle. I must say that with internship, especially for MSc, because the university, well, the employer they expect, yeah, basically the MSc student to be really like, I mean, going straight for the job rather than for the internship, and they don't want to get you someone like they work there for 1 year and then basically leave. They won't spend their resources on yourself as a MSc sort of student. So that's where I generally say it's not basically ideal. I would say for BSc it's ideal. I mean, they can get a 1 year sort of placement within the BSc or BN sort of level is ideal for them. But for MSc, I generally say yes, no, it's not ideal for yourself to go with internship. It doesn't help at all, trust me. Obviously, end of the day, it's your sort of, yeah, future. Make sure you make the right decision there. The next question is, sir, I have total 3.5 years experience in civil engineering in India, out of which 1 year is MNC Intertrack. Can we get sponsor visa? Brother, in terms of sponsored visa, I'm not sure what sort of specialty you have. I would say the least, I would say 5 years experience should be minimum. Obviously, it doesn't stop you there, man, not to apply for these sponsored jobs or, yeah, so any relevant jobs. I won't discourage. I won't discourage you. You can still try applying for the jobs around. But obviously, I mean, 3.5 years. I'm sure you are not at that that sort of position where you can handle sort of a teams under yourself. That's what the employer will be looking for if they're employing someone from outside of the UK. That should be at that level so they can control the teams. So I'm not sure if you are at that sort of level, I mean, with 3.5 years of experience, but I should say the least, I mean, if you go 5+ experience, but it all depends, yeah, about your skills competency. If you're competent about your skills, it doesn't harm you at all. So do apply for your sports. Well, actually, whatever jobs are available. So do apply for them. I won't discourage anyone, I mean, not to apply because, yeah, I said so. So ignore my. I mean, like, even if you go 1 year experience, I won't say, yeah. I won't discourage you not to apply. So do try your luck. Maybe you would find, yes, so somewhere in the somewhere end of the day, yeah. Hardy, masters in thesis or course based, which one is good, or both are equal for job opportunity?